Roll call, Mr. Hart. You went left. Yeah.
Member
can you
Brown?
Please turn out, call the roll. Okay.
Member Bobby?
Present.
Member David?
Present.
Member Axelrod?
Present.
Vice Chairperson Risen?
Present. Present.
Chairperson Mendelson?
Present.
Town Attorney Rubin? Thank you.
Okay, all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Is there a call for a motion to accept the agenda as presented?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
For those giving testimony, please stand and raise your right hands to be sworn and provide testimony for the application you are affiliated with. Mr. Hart, please swear in those giving testimony.
By the authority vested in me as a notary of the state of Florida, do you swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You may be seated.
Okay. Approval of the minutes from January 8th. Do we have minutes from Monday or what are we doing? No, that's just, okay. Are there any corrections to the minutes of January 8th? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the minutes of January 8th?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unfinished business, none. New business. Development order number PZ-25-2, Anthony and Camille DePratt. Application by Andrea M. Kaiser Esquire requesting site plan approval for a new one-story, 4,248 square foot single-family residence with pool and spa for the property located at 4326 Intercoastal Drive. Do any board members have any ex parte communications to disclose? Okay, at this time, I now open the public hearing. Town Planner Allen, please present the application.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Ingrid Allen, Town Planner. Let's go ahead, as I usually do, start off with the current aerials of the subject property. These start on page 18 of your packets. So here you have 4326 Intercoastal Drive. Here you have the front of the home. According to the Palm Beach County Property Appraiser, this home was built in 1975. And here you have the rear of the existing home. So what is before the planning board today? This is a site plan approval request to construct a new one-story, 4,248 square foot single-family residence with pool and spa. And let's go ahead and look at the plan sheets. These are the 11 by 17 in your packet. Okay, so here you have the site plan. I've just highlighted and read some of the details. You can obviously follow along with your hard copies. So here you have this is a covered patio. This is the pool, spa here. This is the entry. Here you have the 2-car garage, and obviously this is the footprint of the home. Here you have the roof plan. Keep in mind, this is a single story. And here you have the first floor. Again, I've highlighted some of the areas here. Here you have the primary bedroom. Here you have oh gosh. This is the dining room right here. This is a home office. And then you have the other 3 bedrooms here highlighted in red. A little bit hard to see on the screen too. And then here we have the elevations. So this top one here, this is the front. This is how the front of the home will look. Okay. Then you have the right side elevation. And then here you have the rear elevation. So this is how the rear of the home is going to look. And then you have the left side south elevation. Here are the renderings that are provided by the applicant. Again, this is a rendering of the front of the home, and this is a rendering of the rear. And here you have the tree disposition plan. So they are removing 2 non-specimen trees and 14 palms. All these that will be removed are non-native or invasive, with the exception of 2 thatch palms. I referenced that on page 10 of your packets. And then here you have the landscape plan. So they're going to install 4 new native trees. These will be green buttonwood and 16 palm trees. All of these trees are either native or Florida friendly. Oh. Stop that sharing. So the town code allows the planning board for a site plan approval to either approve or deny the site plan application. The approval may include conditions which clarify but do not exceed the requirements of the zoning code. If this site plan approval is, or site plan request is approved by the planning board, obviously the applicant will have to get a building permit from the building department prior to initiation of construction, and commencement of construction shall be initiated within 2 years following the date of approval of the planning board. Staff reviewed the applicant's proposed requests, including plans date stamp received by the building department on March 10th of 2026, and finds the project is consistent with the town code. I'll be glad to address any questions. We do have the applicant's agent here, Andrea Kaiser, who I'm sure will be happy to address any questions as well.
Ingrid, do you know how big the existing house is? Just curious. Square feet.
I'll defer to the applicant, do you? Yeah, it might be on the property appraiser, right? They usually have the
Okay.
square footage.
Just curious. It's just curious. Okay.
Yeah, we don't typically ask for the square footage of an existing home on our application, but yeah, I'm sure Andrew could look it up for you.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for Ingrid, the applicant? Anybody
It's
else?
explained away because I'm reading intercostal on both sides, but looking at the picture, it looks like it is not really.
No, it's just on. the back.
No, it says intercostal.
What's that intercoastal way?
You see what I'm saying?
What
So
sheet are
my
you?
question is, it seems it says that there's intercostal waterway on both sides according to the
Oh,
sign.
what sheet number is that?
This
You
is
see on the bottom right?
10, A10.
A10?
Yeah, it says.
Okay, no, it's intercoastal waterway here
Yeah.
and intercoastal drive.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I was
sorry.
gonna say, I-
Misread it. Sorry about.
yeah, it's into,
It's my
yeah,
glasses.
it's on there. Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Do any members of the public have any questions? If there's any members from the public here.
Okay.
The public hearing is now closed. Is there a motion to approve with conditions, or to deny the request?
I move we approve the request.
I'll second. Mr. Hart?
Member David,
Yes.
Chairperson Mendelson,
Yes.
Member Brown,
Yeah.
Member Bobby,
Yes.
Member Axelrod,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Rosen.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Okay, well, that was easy. It's beautiful, by the way. Okay. Ordinance revising town's plating procedures. That sounds ominous. Recommendation to town commission. I refer this item to town attorney Rubin.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson, I'm sorry. This is another second or third, I've lost track at this point. This is from the last legislative session, statutory mandates that came out of the 2025 session. So the legislature amended section 177071, which is the platting statute, and they now require administrative approval of all plats. Commonly, municipalities would treat plats as any other sort of quasi-judicial matter, and it would go to this board, and then it would ultimately go to the town commission for approval. They've eliminated the ability to have the governing body review it or any sort of public hearing process. So what the statute now requires is that the governing body designate an administrative authority to receive and then do the initial review. And then you have to have an administrative official, which is a manager, deputy manager, or other high-ranking official, make the final determination. It also requires that the municipality acknowledge receipt within 7 business days and that you identify any missing materials. This is a kind of a common theme coming from Tallahassee lately, is they keep imposing these shot clock deadlines, you know, and it's so for building, there's a lot of things to keep track of, but this is yet another one of those sort of shotgun deadlines that they impose on us. So we probably won't have too many plats coming forward, too many subdivisions. We don't have any large tracts of land. There might be some developments that come in, townhouse, whatever, that might require a plat. So we do have to comply with the statute. So what this And that's why I really didn't do any sort of wholesale revision of our plating regulations because it just didn't seem worth it. So all I did was amend them to comply with the statute. So we've deleted the references to the town commission because we're not allowed to have them go to the commission anymore. The building department will be the administrative authority that receives the plat applications, does the initial review. And then once the building department is satisfied, and plats are very ministerial, like there's statutory requirements. Never really understood why they would go through the whole quasi-judicial process. This is like one I don't even have a problem with because it sort of makes sense that they be treated administratively. And then once the building department completes its review, everything's done, then it goes to the town manager and the town manager will have the final authority to approve, deny or approve with conditions, whatever the case may be. And really that's all it is. And then usually the mayor would sign off on plats. So now the town manager would be signing off on plats. So that's the gist of it. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I heard you say we don't have a lot of land left to plat. And it could be for townhouses, so
It could be.
I'm of course
else.
thinking of my friend to the south,
Right.
Toscana.
I do.
Immediately
Understand.
popped into my head. What would that?
Likely that would be platted. I mean, we don't know what he's gonna do. For the permit, he showed those 9 townhouses, or
Right.
whatever the case may be. If he went forward with 9 townhouses, depending on, and it all depends on how you structure it. Like some of them are structured as condominiums, or so many of the multifamilies around town, they're structured as condominiums, so there's common element. That's a little different, but if they're gonna sell them fee simple, where so the person would actually own the land underlying, then it will need to be platted and it will have to go through this procedure. So
Okay,
it just depends
he
on
hasn't-
how it's set up.
right, and as far as I know, he hasn't come in to see if he even qualifies with setbacks for 9 of them,
No.
right? Okay.
That was just sort of a conceptual to
To
get those
South
permits.
Florida, yeah,
Yes,
okay.
to get his ERP.
okay. And so they took away the public's right to sit in on a hearing about that? Why
About
is
plat, yes,
yeah,
they
why
did.
is that? I mean, the state's always about the public should be,
This is just, I don't know, there's a very strong building lobby or something up in Tallahassee, but as I said, what came out of this on the 2026 legislative session, it got 10 times worse about what, the hoops that we have to jump through. And basically they've set it up with all these timeframes that if you don't comply with those timeframes, it's automatically approved. So I think the perception in Tallahassee is that local governments have been holding up building, development applications, building permit applications, and maybe that's true in some, I don't know. But it's funny, we had Senator Berman and Representative Gossett-Seidman, and that's sort of how they explained. They said, oh, Highland Beach is a great municipality and you guys, do everything well, but there's a lot of municipalities around the state.
those
That's-
other guys.
That's not so true. And, I think sometimes the good get punished for the bad, whatever the case may be, but this is the trend in Tallahassee lately.
Okay, anybody else have any questions? I mean, the next thing is there a motion to recommend? It doesn't seem like we
Yeah.
have a choice.
Right,
so-
yeah, there's not
Is there a motion to
there's even
recommend?
less to this one than
Yeah.
this one.
I move we recommend.
I second.
Okay, Mr. Hart, can you just call the roll? Yeah, why not? It's for the record.
So just for clarification, you are recommending that the town commission approve?
The ordinance.
Yes, okay. Member David,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Rosen,
Yes.
Member Brown, Member Bobby,
Yes.
Member Axelrod,
Yes.
Chairperson Mendelson.
Yes.
Thank you, motion carries.
Okay, announcements. May 14th at 9:30, our planning board meeting. I will not be here. I think it will be up to you if that's okay.
We wait.
Okay, yeah, I lucked out last time when I couldn't come. I
Yeah.
made it up, so there you go.
So you're full.
The meeting is adjourned at 9:44.
Oh, good. You're getting
Okay.
better.
Okay,
Fine for me. You're gonna walk, you want to ride back?
I'm gonna walk. I have to go to the building department first
Okay.
to have Mario's thing signed off.
So no, so basically,